Hi everyone, it's LilBlu and you're listening to my podcast, aka LilBlu, on the first day of the decade. Happy New Year, everybody. It is the 1st of January 2020. Can you believe it? It's just before 2 a.m. and Baby Blue and I haven't long been in from the party that we went to at my friend's house. It was a joint party celebrating his 40th and New Year's, and it was just lovely. They'd set up this big marquee in the garden and they put heat lamps and blankets down with sofas and chairs and like little lanterns, and it was absolutely gorgeous, and fairy lights everywhere. And the kids had this little games table. They had a sweet table. They had drinks. They had everything, and it was lovely because it meant the kids were really occupied and not annoying the parents. It's just a well thought of party, and they were charging around, and nobody was tutting, or everybody was in the same boat because we all had kids with us. We all appreciated and really love the fact that our kids could just run feral for a couple of hours, because when you take them out in public and stuff like that, you have to think about every sort of type of character. There are people that don't have kids that don't understand. There are older people that don't like kids and things like that. But we all had kids, and if we didn't, we knew what kids were like, sort of thing. Like Baby Blue's godfather was there, for example. It was just freeing and wonderful. It was great company. It was a lot of people that I went to school with that I've not seen in ages. And their families. It was just lovely. Absolutely lovely. I really hope you've had a fantastic New Year's too. What have you been up to? Let me know. Whether you've been in, out, at a party, at a friend's house. I'd love to hear. I'll pop a little post over on Instagram, and I'd love to hear what you've been up to this New Year's Eve. And if you have been on your own and you've been feeling really, really rubbish, please take the advice that I said yesterday, because just focus on the positives of what's going on in your life. Don't try not to worry too much about the negatives, because it will just bring you down, and you need to be calm, you need to be collected and cool, and give yourself lots of lists, give yourself some goals, give yourself some New Year's resolutions. It will really help, and find a way to motivate yourself. And it's also a really great time of year to reconnect with friends. One of my friends actually said it's their New Year's resolution is to reconnect with friends. And one thing I did, I started this a few years ago actually, is if I think of a friend, I send them a message, just says, hey, how you doing? And I mean, New Year's Eve is such a great time because you can just text someone, hey, Happy New Year. I've been thinking about you a lot recently. What's going on? Tell me, how are you doing? Sort of thing. And it's a really good icebreaker if you've not spoken to someone but you really, really miss them, without sounding too gushy, if you know what I mean, or sounding like you're after something. But yeah, I really hope that if you are struggling this New Year's, you have people around you, you have support. And if you don't feel like you do, please reach out to an organisation. There are so many different ones. There's mental health charities, there's support for like the Samaritans, people who support people in desperate situations. But don't feel like you are alone, because although you're physically alone, all you have to do is ask for help and you'll have someone there. I promise, because that's where I was this time last year. And it does get better. It will always get better. There is always a way and something you can do to help yourself. So please trust and believe and hope, and just stay as positive as you can be. I know it's so easy. It's so easy to say, isn't it? It's like, oh yeah, just be positive. It's not easy, and I'm not going to pretend it's easy, because there are days when it is so hard, like you wouldn't believe hard. And especially if you've got mental health issues like bipolar or PTSD or anxiety or panic attacks, whatever it is going on, just try and G yourself on. I mean, like Dory says in Finding Nemo, just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. I literally do have that in my head quite a lot of the time. But I think the main thing is don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. Just keep going. That's all you can do. You can only do your best. Remember that. But yeah, New Year's Eve has been crazy. It's been wonderful for me, but it's been crazy. Baby Blue made it to 12:30, midnight, before she crashed, and she came up to me, "Mummy, I'm so tired." It's like, I am not surprised. She didn't nap in the day either, and she was knackered. So yeah, we had a little snuggle on a sofa before my mum came to pick us up and bring us home. But no, at midnight we all did party poppers and toasted marshmallows and sang Lang Syne, and oh, it's just lovely, just great company in a great environment, and in an environment where the kids could just roam. I just loved that. I really 100% loved that. I also got myself a bit dolled up and then realised it was in the garden. So I ended up just wearing a big old coat all night long. I should have just worn trousers. But no, it was nice to get dolled up. And I cracked open a bottle of Pimms that I got for Christmas as well. I don't often drink, but Pimms just makes me feel lovely, warm and fuzzy. And yeah, it was just nice and nice. I'll probably sound drunk, actually. I'm not. I'm just incredibly tired. Because it's just absolutely knackered. I crashed at about 9 o'clock. I had to go and eat a load of sugar to keep me going. I've had, oh my God, the amount I've eaten tonight as well. I've had 2 slices of cheesecake. I had a bite of the birthday cake because Baby Blue stole it off me after I'd had a bite. I've had Pringles. I've had pizza. I've had all sorts of bread. I've had madness. But anyway, I really, really do hope you've had a good New Year's. I'm going to have to keep this brief because I'm so tired. I'm falling asleep. But I did just want to come on here, say Happy New Year, everybody. And please, please, please do keep yourself positive. Keep yourself motivated. And also, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you all so much for listening to my podcast. If you've downloaded, liked, commented, if you follow me on Facebook, which is Little Blues Thank You, or on Instagram and Twitter, aka Little Blue, and you interact with me, you answer questions, you do all this. Thank you so much. It is so blooming appreciated. And yeah, keep them coming because there's going to be more. I'm going to do better planning, I think, which is sort of my New Year's resolution, but better planning for my podcasts. So I'm not just rambling. And they will go back to being just sort of like 2 a week rather than doing one every day. Because it just gets a bit too much, I think. But I will wait until sort of like, I think I'll do one tomorrow and then I might do one on the 2nd, but I will start phasing them out. Maybe after the weekend, next week, start of actual next week, I will do 2 like I used to. I'm also thinking, what's in my head, about changing it round a bit and calling my podcast something different. So I'm tempted to call it Little Blues Chit Chat. I don't know if that's really rubbish, or if I just should just stay at aka Little Blue because it's unique and it's who I am and it's the brand, as it were. Not that I make any money from this, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts on that. Personally, I'm thinking it's probably best to stay with what you already are. But I don't know. I always feel like refreshing things sometimes can just give you an extra fire in your belly. But yes, so thank you so much for your support, for listening, for reading my blogs, for commenting on my posts, for sharing my posts. And if you found this podcast and you're not following me on social media, like I say, the Facebook page is Little Blues, LilBlues, thank you, at what am I doing? That's on Facebook. And then you've got aka Little Blue on Twitter and Instagram. And if you want to email me, that's where I was going. It's aka Little Blue at gmail.com. But yeah, lovely. One of the main reasons I do this is to create a community, is to support other people and to just promote kindness and positivity and show you how being positive and putting positive energy out there just really, really does benefit everything and everyone around you. I mean, could you imagine if everybody had a kind heart, how wonderful the world would be? But sadly, there are too many people with quite selfish and greedy hearts that it gets shoved to one side. It's also like some people will see it as being a do-gooder or working as charity, but it really isn't. Kindness is kindness, and it is needed. It can just change someone's world. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to keep this one short and sweet because I'm absolutely knackered. But Happy New Year, everybody. Have a fantastic New Year. And please, 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 please remember, even if you are physically alone, there are people that can help, so reach out to them. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.